No Such Thing as a Fish is a weekly British podcast series produced and presented by the researchers behind the BBC Two panel game QI. In it, each of the researchers, collectively known as the QI Elves, present their favorite fact that they have come across that week. The most regular presenters of the podcast are James Harkin, Andrew Hunter Murray, Anna Ptaszynski, and Dan Schreiber, and there are occasional guest presenters. When one of the regular presenters is unavailable for any reason, fellow QI Elves Alex Bell and Ann Miller often take their place. Since the launch of the podcast, it has attracted 700,000 subscribers. In 2014, No Such Thing as a Fish was named by Apple as the best new podcast that year. In 2015 and 2016, it won the Internet Award in the Chortle Awards. In 2018, the podcast won the Heinz Oberhammer Award for Science Communication. In May 2016, a television spin-off series entitled No Such Thing as the News began on BBC Two. The title for No Such Thing as a Fish comes from a fact in the QI TV series. In the third episode of the 8th series, also known as Series H, an episode on the theme of hoaxes, reported that after a lifetime studying fish, the biologist Stephen Jay Gould concluded that there was no such thing as a fish. He reasoned that although there are many sea creatures, most of them are not closely related to each other. For example, a salmon is more closely related to a camel than it is to a hagfish. The opening of early episodes of the podcast used to feature a recording of the elves mentioning this fact, which appears in the first paragraph of the Oxford Encyclopedia of Underwater Life. In each episode, each presenter takes it in turn to present their favorite fact that they have come across that week. They discuss the information surrounding that fact, and the other presenters add in extra facts and information connecting to it. In an interview with 3 Weeks, Schreiber said the podcast came about because too many facts in the QI office kept going to waste. Like the Time chief elf James Harkin looked up from his computer and said, "You know, there are currently over 600 guys in the world with 2 dicks. We decided to gather round a microphone once a week and share our favorite facts we found that week." Murray told The Independent, "We almost released it by mistake. We uploaded it and only mentioned it on our own personal social media accounts. We thought it was good, but the reaction has been lovely. It seems like there's a real appetite for more podcasts like this. There is a feeling of resurgence of the whole medium." Episodes are normally recorded at the QI offices in Covent Garden, although there have been live recordings in other locations. The theme tune used is the song Wasps by Emperor Yes, whose lead singer Ash Gardner has also appeared as a guest on the podcast. Miranda Sawyer in The Observer gave the podcast a positive review, writing, "The podcast is jolly, packed with impressive and silly facts, and so far hasn't descended into too much in-joke chumminess, so hooray for No Such Thing as a Fish." Comedy critic Bruce Dessa wrote on his Beyond the Joke blog that, "All it lacks is the likes of Alan Davies, a panelist on the TV version of QI, and co chipping in with their comedic quips, but there are still plenty of laughs to be had." In December 2014, the podcast was named by Apple as the best new podcast for 2014. In March 2015, it won the Internet Award in the 2015 Chortle Awards. It won the same award again in March 2016. In April 2019, it was announced that the podcast won the Heinz Oberhammer Award for Wissenschaftskommunikation, Heinz Oberhammer Award in Science Communication, an Austrian award for excellence in science communication. The award is named after Heinz Oberhammer, an Austrian physicist, founder and former part of an Austrian science cabaret, the Science Busters. On November 20, 2015, the complete first year of No Such Thing as a Fish LP record was released, containing a bonus-length exclusive episode not planned for broadcast, featuring a guest appearance of Corey Taylor. The LP, released by Alcapop Records, included downloadable versions of the first 52 episodes of the series, covering the entire first year of the podcast. It was released on heavyweight black and yellow limited edition vinyl. On November 2, 2017, a book written by the 4 presenters entitled No Such Thing as a Fish Presents the Book of the Year was published, which features facts collected during the year 2017. On October 18, 2018, a follow-up, The Book of the Year 2018, was released. On October 24, 2019, the Book of the Year 2019 was released. In the opening discussion on the October 16, 2020 episode, Dan, James, and Anna confirmed there would be number 2020 edition because once you get to see for COVID, that was going to be most of the book. They have also released a hoodie, t-shirt, and a USB with the complete second year and a bonus episode.